We discuss, we argue, and sometimes we may go a bit off tangent. It's the GrumpyBeards Podcast. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the GrumpyBeards Podcast. I'm Sugoi Kuma, and with me is my co-host Aniki. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Listen, enjoying the nice, warm, embracing heat of Texas.
Oh, yes.
It's just starting. It's from everything I'm looking at, it's only gonna get worse.
We hit triple digits this weekend. Are you excited? I know you're really excited. You're gonna be up there.
I'm super excited to be out there in the sun for
In the
close
sun,
to,
sir.
close to 12 hours.
You got a nice cover. You got a nice cover over you. You'll be alright.
Yeah, except that's metal, and that heats up. Like last time, the first actual like hot weather we had, I think earlier in the month or last month, I think we hit 95, 96. It felt like an oven, sir. It felt like an oven. So the 100, I think it's we are forecasted to be around 103, 104. That's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of water, Gatorade.
No Coke for you that day, sir.
No Coke at all, sir.
No Coke.
No.
Just
no Coke. No Coke.
I mean, that kind of is gonna keep you going. I don't know. Maybe avoid it. I mean, you'll be in the right. You might be in the right place to acquire it. I don't know. I've never gone about looking for it. I hear it's easy to acquire in Texas. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. I wouldn't know, sir. I would not know.
I know people that tell me things, and I'm like, good for you.
Yeah, but besides that, this past weekend was really fun. We went to A-Kon.
Sorry, I'm looking. I like turn and I see my beard. I'm like, oh, I need a trim up. But yes, A-Kon, yes sir, we did.
Yeah, GrumpyBeards was out there hosting a panel on Sunday. See, GrumpyBeards, where's your shirt, sir?
In the wash probably. I don't know. Yeah, I totally didn't make those shirts last minute.
Totally.
I think for last minute and for being under the influence for half of it, I think they came out pretty good.
No, they came out really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I was happy with it. We finished them Saturday. We did a test one Thursday night. We made a test one, which I have somewhere, and then we rolled with the rest, and we decided to add our handles to the back of them, and we got those done Saturday night.
And someone cut off the letters.
Again, for being under the influence at the time, I think it came out pretty well. All right.
Yeah, they came out.
Me and the S and Sugoi and the A and Aniki got cut off a little bit. I don't know how.
Yes, a bit.
I don't know how my sober other half didn't realize that, but it's all right. I blame her. She was supervising me.
She was supervising. She
should have done a better job. I'm over here, working at my computer, making the edits, and I blame her. She kept coming over and checking on me, and I was like, "No, it's coming all right. Look at me, look at me, making fonts and stuff." May have been drinking Trulies. May have been. I don't know yet. Won't say. I am drinking Trulies right now, though. In my nice little Trulies
cup. Yeah.
Look at that.
Actually showing off the cup. Nice.
Yep. Ordered it from their website. There were some okay-ish ones on Amazon, but those weren't official Truly ones. I had to buy my own because Truly's hasn't started to sponsor you boys. Maybe soon.
Maybe we'll find out what that website is with the with the possible what was the possible sponsorship opportunities.
Oh yeah, you just gonna call me out like that, where I wasn't fully prepared for our panel with all the links. for the streaming and the podcast thingy things.
Thingy things.
It was in my email somewhere. I just didn't check. I'll find it right now.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. We're gonna get
No, you started this, sir. Podcorn.com.
Podcorn.com. All right, so
that was it.
Okay, nice. So if anybody that was part of the panel is listening to this podcast, for today's podcast, that's the website. Corn, or what was that again?
Podcorn, PODCORN.com.
Okay, there you go.
And TwitchStrike.com is the one for Twitch.
Okay, cool.
You can see what's popular right now, when certain videos do better, and so on. When certain games do better. I think it's, TwitchStrike.com. I feel like there was a 7 in the title that I'm thinking about. I don't know. I'm wrong. There's a creeper behind me.
There's a creeper?
Yeah, I heard a noise, and I saw the door slightly ajar. I'm like, I didn't open it like that. There you go. See, and
it closed.
A gremlin ran away. The one that was supposed to be supervising me and let me cut off the letters in our name. Just because I was under the influence, she thinks she wasn't responsible for me. Just don't show your feet. We'll get banned on Twitch.
Those are only for the feet binders.
Yep, exactly.
That's what
pay enough for that kind of content.
Is that for WikiFeet?
Hey.
WikiFeet. Yeah. All right, for our audio listeners, that was the crazy woman from A-Kon. She somehow broke into my house and it was at my door. But yeah, so A-Kon. We announced last video. We talked about how we got into AKon 31. What for those first time listeners? AKon is the longest running anime convention in North America, and it's been going on. This was its 31st iteration, and we were very, very lucky. We were given a great opportunity to host a panel this past Sunday, where we talked about breaking into podcasting and content creation. In one of our previous videos, we discussed, months back, it was video, we discussed how, darn, we didn't get in, because we hadn't heard yet, and then found out that one of us should do better about checking our emails, and we had gotten in. And
a month later, we found that out. Oh yeah, you guys got in.
Yep, and at that point, we had 2 weeks to prepare, and when we found out, I was getting ready to leave on a work trip, where I was gone for 4 days, which part of me at the time, I'll be honest, part of me was like, we don't need to prepare, but honestly, we did a few mock panels with
mock runs,
with some of our friends, and we got great feedback from them, and I'm glad we did. Because I was like, YOLO, let's just go in and wing it. I do that way too much, so I'm glad we did the mock runs. They really helped us.
Because I think you're right. It definitely helped us. It helped me. I think I definitely felt more comfortable talking in front of people when we were there. We tried it out with our friends, and it's definitely easier when it's just your friends that are listening to you and the ones that are asking questions. But I think the panel was fun. It was hopefully it was informative to people. Some of the stuff that we talked about. Hopefully, it helped people if you were deciding to you want to get into podcasting. Hopefully, if there was any fear of never doing it before, you saw me and I've never. Before this, I had never done anything like this, and heck, if I can do it, you can do it.
Exactly. And one thing about the mock runs that we did, one, having friends who are willing to sit in on sit in and listen to us a bunch of times, but then also that aren't afraid to give us good feedback. They tell us like, "Hey, this is shit. Change it." And it's great having people that have your back like that. And also we no go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it was have them being honest with us.
Yeah, and we need that. We need that.
Yeah,
it's great to have that. Because honestly, if we hadn't done that, the panel would have been way too podcasty. It would have been like this, and we probably would have had people walk out because they were like, "The fuck they talking about? They were here to learn about stuff, and these fuckers are just talking about tortas and shit."
About themselves.
Yeah, about ourselves. Yeah, our first trial when we were making it too much of ourselves, because I had the idea of if we just go and talk and through our regular storytelling, we can teach, but we get too into it and lose focus of our main objective. Like we were there for a reason, and we didn't want to stray too far from that, and then get banned and be like, "Oh no, they're gonna go and give feedback on this panel and be like, they did nothing that they said they would. They just want it was just self promotion." And I've been to too many panels that are like that. Been part of too many Discord channels that are like that. So yeah, we promote ourselves by just being there, and then we set out and did our task. But yeah, But before I guess we're already talking about our panel. I guess we can continue talking about the panel, and then we can go on about the rest of A-Kon. It was a shout out to A-Kon for the location. It was a very nice the Urban Convention Center is very nice. I really enjoyed it. The room was good size for us. I wish the mics were removable, but I guess that would have then required somebody kind of there to check the mics in and out and a system for that and watch and make sure people don't run off with them. Though some of the rooms did have removable mics, like the panels that were doing karaoke and stuff. I guess I think I put in for like an extra mic or removable mic. Oh well, in the end we didn't need it. We didn't need it. But that was nice. All the equipment they provided was working, and we had no issues with any of A-Kon's equipment.
True. No A-Kon equipment gave us issues.
Nope. We just needed someone to come in and show us how to turn on the projector, because apparently we didn't have it on properly. And
was that what happened at the beginning?
Yeah. I started messing with it. I'm actually the one that messed up the focus as well.
I was trying to set up the cameras, I think, when that happened, and apparently the cameras weren't set up correctly. So
yeah. Yeah, we so we're recording this right after A-Kon. It's the Wednesday right after A-Kon. The episode did not release on Monday, if you may have noticed. Follow us on our socials, and you would have gotten that update. GrumpyBeards Pod on Instagram. Our initial thought was for our panel to be our episode for the week.
Yeah.
And something happened, Aniki. Can you tell the people what happened, sir?
Yeah. Well, see, I had two cameras going. I had my Sony camera directed at the audience, and then I had my GoPro at us. I set up the Sony camera recorded wonderfully. I've got, I think, 57 minutes of us and us talking and the audience reaction. The GoPro, on the other hand, decided, hey, I'm going to record for 5 minutes and then I'm going to stop. And then I told my brother, hey, while we're in the panel, I noticed that the red light went off, and I texted my brother, hey, do me a favor, click record on the GoPro. He clicked record, the GoPro recorded for a minute and then stopped again. And since by that time we were, going with the panel, I didn't see that it had stopped recording, and otherwise I would have told them again to go up to the camera. But yeah, so the GoPro didn't really record. So that there went our idea of, hey, we'll just use the the recording from the panel, and that'll be our episode. So here we are.
Mm-hmm. Got to record on a non-recording day, but it's all right. We enjoy it. You know.
Hey, we said it in the panel. This is something we're passionate about, so here we are.
Plus, I think it probably worked out for the best. That would have been better for something for YouTube. It wasn't podcasty, you know. Like, I don't think somebody would want to have listened to that. Something better live, I think. I don't know. I don't think it would have been good content for our
content
for our regular content. Yeah, like it would have been good for something separate. So I still wish we would have had it. So
we have clips. So some of our friends recorded. So I think we've got I think we have enough clips where we can make probably a 15 to 20-minute video. Mm-hmm. So we can do something like that.
Someone needs to get me those clips so, you know, I can do something with it, you know?
He's watching...
I need him here.
He's watching softball at the moment.
What is that? I don't know. Oh, softball. Softball. I thought it said South Mom. I thought it said South Mom, and I'm like, what is that?
Softball.
I was very confused. Very confused.
He's watching the World Series women's softball. I think that's what he's watching.
Gotcha. But yeah, more on the panel. We like I said, great. All the equipment was great aside from ours. Plenty of time to set up. We had people coming in early. We were like, yeah, come on in and sit down. And we did not expect a full room. I think there was only maybe a couple seats that were empty.
Yeah, we had. I think. I didn't count, but I think we were closer to 40 people in that room, weren't we? Yeah.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah. And at least for me, I was excited that people were actually asking questions. People were interested in what we were saying, and actually engaging.
Yep. Like
people
weren't just there for somewhere to sit and kill time. Like they actually came seeking us out for our knowledge, that whatever knowledge we may have. They were inquiring.
Yeah, and we were up against a pretty good panel too. Yaya Han had her cosplaying panel at the same time.
Oh, did she? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would like to meet her one day. Let's get a picture and autograph of her. Gorgeous and beautiful cosplay she does.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she's been at every AKon I've been to. She's been at, I think. I'm trying to remember.
I know. Last time
I think she's like a regular.
Well, she's
for
I think for AKon. She's local.
Is she?
She's local from.
Oh.
I don't know if she's local to DFW, but she's local. She's Texan.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know last time I saw her was at the last convention I went, which was Anime Matsuri. This was the year before COVID started, so it's been a while.
Gotcha. But yeah, no, good attendance to the panel. Like I said, yeah, people were asking questions. They were involved. People enjoyed the giveaways that you provided. It went smoothly. We didn't have any hiccups, I think. From start to finish, it went very well. I'm happy for that. For our first panel ever.
Yeah, for the first panel for being at AKon, I think we did well.
Yep.
And now you can request, for other cons and put on there, hey, we had our panel at AKon.
Exactly. I'm gonna need a list from you, sir, of what what conventions you're dealing at, and then that way I'll apply to other conventions, so I don't take you away from your sales.
I'm basically dealing at the rest of the cons here in DFW the rest of the year.
I'm dying right now. My leg's cramping. I turned my leg a certain way. Now it's cramping. Shit. Okay, it passed.
But yeah, I think if you sign up for any of them, just I'll figure something out. Because it'll be what, about an hour.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think we can figure it out.
Gotcha. Cool. So yeah, if those listening, if you'd like to see us at a convention near you, drop it in the comments and let us know or message us. Aniki will drive us anywhere. So.
I'll even, and like you told the congoers, I'll even drive a truck on fire.
Don't matter the condition.
Even if it's on fire, we'll drive it.
Exactly. We're used to trucks on fire. But no, I gotta start looking at a list, because that's another thing I love about my current job. That won't be an issue, and I'll be able to, like, it won't be something like I put in the request now and then it comes to the week of and like all of a sudden, oh no, you can't be off. You know? So
yeah,
it's nice having a job like that. So I might not be able to take the whole Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, but well, Friday, Saturday because I'm off every Sunday, but taking off Saturday for it, easy.
Yeah.
What else about the panel? Great turnout. Went well. Daughter enjoyed it. She helped out on it, running up and down.
Your wife helped us.
Yeah, she took she took our cosplayer friend's job. You know, it was supposed to be a whole thing where our cosplayer friend, I'll drop the link for her down below. Show Joe Cosplay.
Yeah, show her some love.
Yeah, go show her some love. She was
supposed to. She does really awesome cosplays.
We've mentioned her before on earlier episodes, but yeah, she was already attending AKon, and she that cramp keeps coming back. Fuck. I swear I've been drinking water. Oh shit, I've been drinking water and Gatorade all day. I had a coffee.
Eat some bananas, sir. Eat some bananas.
I had a big old cup of coffee earlier. And now these Trulies, maybe? Nah, it couldn't be the Trulies, never. It was the coffee. Oh, damn.
Yeah, blame the coffee. Blame the coffee.
It was the coffee and pan dulce. I got off of work and I just really wanted pan dulce. So there's a place that's open till 8 p.m. here where I live, and that's awesome to have. And it's always good quality, and that's where I buy. It's one of the 3 places I buy my barbacoa every Sunday.
Oh.
So went and got some from them, came home, had my coffee and pan dulce, and then sat here and waited for you for an hour.
Yeah, because besides the technical issues we had on Sunday, now had some issues locating a certain GoPro camera. So again, if you were at the panel, you know, show has to go on. You gotta figure out what to do. I'm currently here on my phone. I'm using my phone as a camera, and we're doing the stream now. We're doing the recording. So, you know, you don't need a camera. You don't need a fancy camera. You can use your phone.
Yep. Hold on. I'm sending out a message. Tell my wife to bring me a Powerade.
Bring a Powerade. The electrolytes. You need the electrolytes,
I need the electrolytes. I have a... shit, I forget the brand, but it's a good, like, some hydrate, this powder for hydration, and, like, Hydro is in its name or something. Comes in a blue box. I buy them and keep them at work. Like, I have no issues.
I think I've seen them at Walmart.
Mm-hmm. They're like, they're a little pricey, but they do a great job. I keep them at, I use them at work, and never have issues at work. I guess just here at home, I got lazy. I swear, I've been drinking water. I've had a water and Gatorade. Hasn't even been as bad as yesterday. Oh, yesterday kicked my ass. So I talked about it on a previous episode where I came in, recorded on after I did I helped furnish an apartment on the 3rd story while hungover and running off of just a sugar-free monster. Well, yesterday it was an all-day apartment. I think it was about 2 of them. With I think when the one I did hungover in the morning, it was 5 of us doing that one. And it was just one apartment. This was 2 apartments, and it was 3 of us. It was 4 originally, but he was recovering from being. I'm here. I'm dying. I need electrolytes. My leg's cramping.
He can't move.
Thank you.
Where's the tip, sir? The tip.
Keep the change. But yeah, so it's less of us, and it was fucking hot. But I was prepared. I took a gallon jug of water with me. Stayed hydrated all day. But yeah, the 4th guy, he ended up tapping out because he had just gotten back from being sick, and he still wasn't 100%. I had been sick the previous Saturday. I was sick this past Saturday. I'll get into that. So yeah, I wasn't 100% either. 2 of us are out of shape. We had one. Luckily, we had this one young kid helping us. You know, young. He's like 19, 20 years old. Plenty of energy. ROTC kid. He had just gotten back from a week camp, and he's still raring to go. So he really helped us out a lot. But, yeah. So he's still a little green with the proper techniques for moving stuff, which, you know, you think just, you know, all you're doing is carrying stuff up to 3rd story. Just carry it. No, there's certain ways to do it.
Pivot. You got to pivot, sir.
Pivot. So he was great for like just sending continuously up and down the stairs for the smaller things. And yeah, I mean, we started probably around 11:30. We finished by 5:30.
Oh.
We took our hour lunch.
Good for power.
Yeah. But part of that was also building everything, because once we had it up there, the first one we did, the one I did last month or whatever ago, yeah, I think it was last month. That one, everything was already built, so it was just taking it up there and staging it. This stuff was still in boxes, and it's like, guy,
You didn't.
He wants attention.
You didn't put it. Yeah. He's right here.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't put any protrusions or any anything through the tables, like someone did before to yours.
Excuse me. No nipples on tables. We did rig one of the bedrooms. Excuse me. And a floor may have been scratched just a little bit. You can buff it out. It'll be fine. But yeah, that was yesterday. So woke up today, my body all kinds of sore, but still had deliveries to do. And it went smooth. But I don't know. My leg's just cramping today. Well,
you're getting old, sir. You're getting old, sir.
I know, but that's
admit it.
That's what, you know what? What else did I have? No, I drank, but I made sure to drink plenty of water today. Had my protein shake in the morning. Plenty of water. Keep Gatorade to work. You know what? I did get a jarritos when I left the panaderia. They had a mandarina jarritos, and I was like, "Ooh, that looks good." They had little cups of flan, so I had half a cup of one, and I was like, "Nah, that's probably." And then it's the coffee, bad coffee. It was good, but it was bad for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but back to AKon.
Yeah, back to AKon. Why did I start talking about that? I can't remember. Oh, because I started dying. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, because you mentioned.
But yeah, our cosplayer
dying on Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Back to Joe Cosplay. We had invited her on, so she could help keep the line in order in case we had a line, which we did. Help us keep that organized. Pass out raffle tickets and stickers and other stuff, and then she could also promote her own stuff. Well, because we started letting people in early, because we never closed the door, and people are like, hey, can we sit down? Yeah, like, come on in. You know, we're too nice. We're like, no.
Yeah, we're not gonna say no.
Yeah, and then risk you leaving. No, you're gonna sit your ass down. And that was like at 12:10. She showed up like 12:20, and like
because the panel didn't officially start till 12:30.
Yeah, and she had her own photo shoot that she was dealing with, so she showed up early. It was just we had already started, and my wife took the raffle tickets, started giving those out, so she just went, sat down, and enjoyed everything. Yeah. But thank you again for listening, for trying to help us out. We appreciate it. But yeah, I'll drop links to her Instagram. Go show her some love, like and follow. But yeah, Saturday I died.
So
Friday night into Saturday.
It was a little bit was self-inflicted, though. Sorry, a little bit was self-inflicted.
What do you mean? Explain yourself.
You mix medicines.
I was given this medicine, okay? All right, so Friday, I'm feeling like shit. I don't know what happened. I have a horrible headache. My stomach's just churning. I don't know what's wrong with me. This is after the final panel that we were at, and I was like, I just need to go home. Get home. Head's still killing me. I don't know what's going on. Like it started after we ate at Bar Louie, and it just continued from there. It just got worse and worse, and I don't know what was causing it. And my stomach started feeling like crap. I threw up when I got back, and my daughter and wife both went through a similar stomach issues last week, and apparently there's stomach issues going around. So I was like, oh, okay, that's what happened to me. So my wife when we took her to the doctors, she was given some nausea medicine and was told to take Benadryl. So when I got home, she was like, hey, here's some Benadryl and some nausea medicine. Take it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to listen to the one who studied this shit. You know, she went to a school for health and stuff, health and professions. No, I went to the nerds, to the science and math school. So I'm going to listen to her. I know math, and she knows medicine. All right. She knows first aid, or as she calls it, common sense, which I don't have. And I'm like, oh, I cut myself. Spit on it. You know, that kind of shit. Oh, let me just
grab a spider web. Let me put a spider web on.
Exactly. You know, she's like, here, take this stuff, you idiot. And I listen, you know. So she told me to take that, so I did, and powered through the night. And
how much did you take, though?
I woke up still feeling like shit, so I took some more. I was like, okay, she gave me 1 thing of nausea and 2 Benadryls. I'm like, all right, let me take. I don't know what Benadryl's for. I read it later. I'm like, oh, it's allergy. I've never dealt with allergies. I don't take Benadryl. I don't know what it does. I'm lucky enough, you know, being in the South, you got to do. A lot of people deal with allergies and all the pollen and shit down here. It's like a big thing. I never deal with it. I'm fine throughout the summer and fall, whenever all the allergy seasons. I'm cool. I'm okay. I just get a cold in the either late fall or late winter, and that's it. Never issues like this. So I was like, you know what? I'm awake now. It's been a few hours. It's been like, I don't know, 8 hours. Let me take some more. That's all I did. Not much.
And then you were knocked out after that.
I was out for the whole day. I told my wife, you go on without me. Take the kids to A-Kon. I'm not gonna make it. And yeah, I just laid in bed, slept. Every time I woke up, I answered some messages, felt a little better. Got a few calls throughout the day. Yeah. Finally felt a little better by evening.
You missed out on a whole day of A-Kon.
A whole day. It sucked because every time I woke up, it kept getting like, hey, this panel's about to start, or hey, how was this panel? Leave a review with the app.
Yeah,
that's one thing I did like about the app. It would give you like, hey, it's gonna start in like 10 minutes, and then also giving you a chance to provide feedback for it. And I spent all Friday. I spent a good part of. I took time Friday to plan out Saturday, and I missed it. So I only got 2 days of A-Kon. Unfortunately. How was your Saturday, sir? How was Saturday, since I didn't get to experience it?
Oh, Saturday was fun for me. I took my nephews. So they'd never been to a anime convention. So since we had with the panel, they gave us passes. I had already purchased my weekend pass, so I used that for one of my nephews, and I ended up buying another weekend pass for the other. So they could go to A-Kon and see if they liked it. It was fun. I think probably my biggest criticism for A-Kon this year would be line management. That is one of the things that was very different from other years. Other years, there's wonderful line management. There's always that tape that tells you where you gotta stand, where you gotta go. There was none of that this year. So for events like the cosplay competition, that's the big thing on Saturday night.
I was getting those updates from y'all.
Yeah, that's the big thing on Saturday night, and it was basically a free for all at the beginning on when people started lining up. We had one of our friends that was already there, and she showed up early, and she said that that everybody was just standing around. They told them that they weren't going to start sitting till around 6:45. That's what she was originally told.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no line, nothing, and then like 15-20 minutes later they told them, oh no, yeah, you guys got to start getting into line, and everybody just rushed towards the walls. There was it was supposed to be one line. Well, maybe there was a line, but it was like 3-4 people deep. So it was interesting, and then trying to get to get everybody organized. They ended up having to cut off people. You can't, like, they stopped letting people stay there in the area, in the waiting area, to go in because there was just so many people.
Yeah.
I know one of the persons I saw that was that didn't manage to get in was your cousin.
Yeah.
Like he happened to be standing right in front of us when they were cutting, when the lady, couple of the ladies there started stating that they were cutting off, nobody else can come in, and it was kind of, he was standing there, and then just to see him like, oh, and then have to go back. Because it was a lot of people. There was a lot of people.
Yeah.
There was
that's like the cosplay competition is always probably the biggest event at every A-Kon. I would say
at any con.
Is it
probably?
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Anime Dallas was the same. Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
that's one of the
biggest attractions.
One of the main things.
So yeah, for them to drop the ball on that, I give them that this is the first time at this hotel. So, but still, to have no line management, it's at this convention center, yeah.
Yeah, like the other thing that was missing, an iconic thing that I always remember is there's always that sign. This is the end of the line.
Yeah,
that you would pass from person to person as someone else comes into the line. That was missing too. I remember, like, I was talking with our friends, like, we're talking about, we're missing the tape that just delineates where you're supposed to stand. That was one of the big things I remember. My first A-Kon, It was interesting to show up, get in line to get our passes, and you see everybody in a line, and then a lot of people with their Sharpies writing stuff on the tape.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of like a tradition at A-Kon.
Yeah.
And that wasn't there this time. Like, every time I've been to A-Kon, that was one of the things. Hey, you're gonna see the tape, and there's gonna be a bunch of different messages from animes, from like just people to people.
Sometimes
But
that'd be
that
like
was
a continuous thing throughout it. Like
yeah,
if you missed it, like oh shit, when did it's like
yeah, yeah,
parts
yeah.
to it. Yeah.
It was the story. Like as the person was going through the line, they were writing a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. That was that wasn't there this time. That was.
Yeah.
I haven't been
Like
to the last few A-Kon, so I don't know if that was still present at Fair Park, and then
and then
well no, it was
in Fort Worth.
Fort Worth. That was
Fort Worth.
yeah, then Fair Park, yeah.
Yeah, because the last AKon I went to was at the Anatole. When they moved over to the Anatole,
Yeah,
I think
same.
you guys went,
Mm-hmm.
and I just went there for Saturday.
So you know that was 7 years ago.
Uh,
I got
yeah.
I got Facebook memories about it, and that was 7 years ago. I thought that was like
It's been
4 years ago.
No,
and I was
I
like,
knew
holy shit!
it had been a long time. That was the last con that I went to. Well, no, I'm lying. That was the last AKon that I went to.
Sorry,
As
camera moving. I was like, "What's happening?" I was like, "What are you rotating to?"
Yeah, I saw it move. Like, yeah, that was the last AKon that I went to, and then the last con that I've gone to was when we went to Houston to Anime Matsuri.
Gotcha.
But
by the way, shout out to the people in the chat. How y'all doing? I see we got a few listeners. Welcome,
nice,
welcome,
nice.
welcome as we talk about our experience at AKon 31. Yeah, no, at the end of the tour, that was a nice one. Was it at that one that there was a cosplayer who had made his a retractable Mjolnir?
Oh, I'm not sure. I only spent like half the day on Saturday at that AKon. Like I didn't. I think I went there because I was going to go pay for a con that I was gonna go be a vendor at, because I knew they were gonna be there, so I went there on Saturday midday. I paid. I walked around at the dealership for a little bit, and then and pretty much that was it. That's all I got to do.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Like this year, surprisingly, one of the cosplayers that were there, one of the people that were at the tables, he actually got some of his props confiscated, and he had to go pick them up at the Irving police station.
Why were they confiscated?
Somehow they got opened at. He's from, I think he's from England, so he shipped his prop guns for his Overwatch cosplay. They arrived at the. My understanding is they arrived at the convention at the hotel, and somehow, somewhere, box got open. Oh, these are guns, and they got sent to the police station.
Oh wow!
and this is after what happened in Uvalde. This was like a week after it happened, so it's understandable why it happened. But it was funny that he I think his name is Mao Cosplay. Like he posted a picture of himself coming out of the police station with his box. Like I think his caption was like, "Look who just got his prop weapons back." But yeah.
Oh shit! No, the hilts. See, I'm going through some old AKon stuff. The Anatole might have been 8 years ago.
It's been a while.
Was that the last one before it got moved to Fort Worth?
Yeah, the Anatole was before it got moved to Fort Worth. I think.
Okay, so no, that wasn't it. This is a different hotel. I was looking at the Facebook memories. No, this one, because we took Lucy to one. My daughter, she went to one as a baby. she dressed up. We dressed her up as a Magikarp, so she was crawling around the floor, and we were like, "You splash!" And she just like start kicking around. Yeah, no, there was one. Yeah, no, this was before her. Okay, but no, sorry, go on.
No, but let's see. Vendor room was pretty packed the whole time, the whole weekend. I don't think I spent much in the vendor room this year. Most of the money I spent was over at the artist alley. Like, and there were some great, like always, there's the great artists, great crafts there. Well, one again, a little a small what's it, not complaint but criticism is the amount of space that the artist alley had.
Yeah,
it felt very cramped. As a vendor in cons too, and usually a vendor gets a 10x10 booth. You're paying however money the con charges per booth. I think for artists usually get a 2x8 table, and then they get four. I want to say maybe 6 to 8 feet behind them. It's not the same size as a vendor booth, but usually it's a pretty good size space they have.
Yeah, no,
the
artist had like a 2x4 table.
Yeah, it was a 2x6 table, and then maybe 4 or 5 feet behind.
Maybe, yeah, it was.
Yeah, they didn't have any space. On Friday, when the vendor room opened and when we walked in there, it was really hard to get around, and it was really, I could see some frustration in some of the artists because they weren't able to display their stuff the way they wanted to. Usually artists, it's a standard size, and so how you're going to display things. And with it being smaller, like they had to figure out, they had to work around all that, and you could see it in some of the artists.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. No. Yes. They. It was very noticeable, especially after, my wife herself was able to get into Anime Dallas and working with that space that she had. I couldn't imagine working with that.
With the space that
they had there, like that would have been crazy. But still, lot of amazing artists still came out, and I love. I'd rather spend money on the artist, just because we have you now. we're gonna buy merch. We go through you. So sorry, vendors out there, unless you have classic stuff, or just hard to get stuff. We're going with our boy Aniki.
Right here.
Yeah.
Like you bought me this.
Yeah.
You bought this for me. This is awesome. It's the Evas as Transformers, and they turn into dump trucks.
Yep.
Like, this is awesome. Yeah, and that's the same way. I've been doing the vendor thing on and off for 10 years. So every time I go to a con, it is kind of hard for me to justify buying something if I know I can probably get it myself, and maybe a little bit cheaper than than what it's selling for.
Yeah. So we took my sister got the chance to go on a Sunday. Sending I got my pass for the panel, so I'd already bought my 3-day pass, so I was like, I'm gonna save it for if somebody wants to go for a day or all weekend. So my sister used it.
Yeah.
And we grew up watching anime together. I think I've told a story before about how every day after school we would watch some episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho together, and because we would see it on and off on Adult Swim or Toonami, wherever.
Yeah,
it was on one of those blocks.
Yeah.
And one day we were like, you know what, we're gonna watch this from the beginning, so we don't, to make sure we've seen every episode. Well, we were doing that for a good while, and then I come home from school one day, and she has watched an episode without me. because I'm looking at the tracker and it's like on this next episode. I'm like, what? So
wait a minute.
So I confronted her. She's like, I couldn't wait and this and that. And to this day, I have not watched that episode. I know a bit of what's about it. They're in some cave. There's a computer, but I have not watched that episode. I will. No, she betrayed me. But yeah, no, she's into anime and stuff too, like a lot of the older ones, and so it was nice seeing her get excited and get to experience a convention like that. We took her to Anime Dallas, and it was the same thing. So taking her around, so we took her to the exhibition hall. What do they call this here? The exhibition hall or exhibit? The exhibit hall. Because it was exhibit hall, yeah. Because it was dealer's room, artist alley, and autographs all in one.
Yeah, all in one.
And we took her. We took her first through the artist alley, and then a little bit dealer's room, the dealer's area. But we're like, okay, we don't need to go more back there. Like, if you need anything, we got Aniki. You want to spend your money over here, through the artist stuff. Anything else, don't worry. Aniki will hook you up. And but yeah, no, but like you're saying, yeah, like that Eva stuff, that's something that you're not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna find it. It was the other thing I did, and I probably spent not probably. I definitely spent a little bit too much than I should have. Is there was a booth that was selling snacks, but they were also doing they had a set for Evangelion, a set for My Hero Academia, a set for Jujutsu Kaisen.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what they did is they were doing the thing they do in Japan. You go, you buy your little tickets.
Mm-hmm.
You open up your ticket, depending on what. It's basically kind of like a raffle. Depending on what letter you got on your ticket, that's the price that you got.
Mm-hmm.
And they had. I went for the Evangelion. If you've been listening, you know I love Evangelion. That's probably probably top 1 or 2 anime. It's right there between Gurren Lagann and Evangelion for me. And they had this really, really nice Evas. And it was the thing where like you would buy the ticket for $15 and you would see what you got. I think I spent $120 there trying to get that Eva.
Yeah.
The last time was on Sunday, and when I bought it, there was after I bought it, there was like 6 to 9 tickets left.
Mm-hmm.
I left, I went somewhere else, came back. I know when I came back, I was thinking of buying some more, and then I noticed the Eva's gone.
I was there when you're like looked up and you're like, damn it.
Yeah.
I like their booth. I didn't know that about because that was one of the first booths that I stopped at, and that's why we bought Lucy's Inosuke hat. And,
nice.
Yeah, she loves Demon Slayer, and there was actually a cosplayer that was dressed as Inosuke, pretty buff. Props to you, sir. Props to you.
I saw him.
So he had the build for it and the nice swords for it and everything, and my daughter saw him, was like, oh, she got all excited, and I was like, do you want to take a picture? She's like, yeah. Do you want to wear your hat? She's like, yeah. So took a picture of it. But yeah, we got it from them. But yeah, I'd seen the Evas, and some they're the ones that had the Angemon one that I wanted.
Oh yeah. Angemon there.
If anything, I wish I had gotten that. My wife got me a really nice Zoro figure. She used her credit card for that. I told her no, I don't need it, but then she's like, I'm using my credit card. I'm like, okay, that's on you. Go ahead. But no, you mentioned Gurren Lagann. I don't know if you've seen my vinyl sticker.
Oh, sir.
Did you get one of these? I didn't ask you.
I got some of those last con. That particular artist was 3 booths down from my booth.
Oh, was it? Okay.
At Kamehacon. So like I got to. I went by his booth a couple times last time at Kamehacon.
Okay, I didn't know if you because I hadn't gotten a chance to go down that side of Artist Alley until the last day, and I saw him and I'm like, oh shit. Is Diego seen these? And I grabbed them and I was like, give me both of those. Glow in the dark. I'm taking them.
Let's see. Hold on. Where is my stuff? I want to see if I can show you the one I did get. Because I did get, I don't know if you saw this one. This one right here.
Oh, no. I might have. I can't remember.
Like, I saw it, and it was like, oh, I just sent you guys a picture of this figure that's going to come out later this year.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Yeah, and like, as far as like the Eva stuff that, like the stuff that were given away, it's like face mask was one of the things. Like, I got the Mari one and the Kaworu.
Yeah.
And then these were pretty cool too.
Yeah, no, what I like about the guy who made those the vinyl sticker showed, he had I think he's the only artist there. Oh, nice. That had anything from My Hero Vigilante.
Oh.
Which personally is a lot better than My Hero. I love My Hero Academia. I love it. I absolutely love it. I have a bias for anything superhero kind of related. So that I fell for My Hero Academia immediately. But Vigilante, when the manga for that started coming out, like, love it so much more. And it's I think either it ended. No, it's getting close to ending. It should. I think it should end anytime soon. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was the only artist that had anything of it. He had a really nice print for Hop from it. But yeah, see, I got this little 3-pack of Zoids.
Oh, Zoids.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna see what I get. That's what I liked about them. They had they were selling them as like these all packages. Got my sister, if she's watching this. Here's your birthday present.
The Gundams.
Yep.
Nice.
She loves Gundams. But yeah, sorry, I got myself one too. I bought their last two, and I was like, what? I was like, ooh, Aniki would love this, and I was like, I kind of want one too.
It's like, I would love this. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Here's the
Zora.
Yep. Need to find somewhere for him. And probably one of my favorites from the con.
Oh, you bought it?
I did not. My wife bought it for me. I did not see this. She walked up to me. She's like, "Here you go. I got this for you." I'm like, "The hell is this?" And I open. I'm like,
they had a Pokemon one, a TARDIS one.
Oh really? Okay. I missed that vendor.
He had like, I'm guessing all of the ocarinas from Zelda, from any of the Zelda games that were there.
Shit, that'd be cool. That'd be cool, like to have like displayed on the wall. Like there's some people that do the different Xbox controllers like that. Cause one thing about Xbox, they make some beautiful themed controllers. Really, really beautiful controllers. So a lot of some of the people that I follow, especially from Rooster Teeth, there's a few of them. Like Jeremy, I don't know if he's ever shown it on his streams or not, but he has a collection like that. But I'd like to do that one day with like with specific something like that. So like with if it'd be the different ocarinas, that'd be really cool to have.
Yeah, I like that vendor, and like the other cool thing in his booth was he had actual sheet music.
Oh, really?
So you can. Yeah, he had a Final Fantasy one, a Marvel one, I think there was a Harry Potter one, Zelda, of course, a Mario.
That'd be cool. Yeah. No, see, vendors like that is always very. I like vendors like that, like but again, biased because we have you. we have a hookup for because I remember my first few A-Kon, like I go in and like, oh my god, being overwhelmed, like, oh my god, look at all these vendors, and y'all, I know you and your brother were like, don't buy from the first place you see, go shop around because some of them are better. Yeah. And probably the first, I'm not sure if it was the very first thing I bought, but I know I bought it at my first A-Kon was a Haruhi figure. Her her white sundress, and
Okay, yeah.
I didn't listen to y'all. I bought it, and then more towards the back, there was another vendor who had it for probably like $20 cheaper. And I was like, damn it, I should have listened. I got too excited.
Yeah, I think for the same thing for me. As far as figures, it is hard for me to say, hey, I'm gonna spend like this much money on figures
Mm.
when I do have a way to get those figures for a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
And so like that's where it gets hard for me to justify spending the money, because I am in a place where I can say, hey, I can probably get that figure for cheaper.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, support your vendors though, especially the ones that sell actual real merchandise. They make an effort to get that stuff and aren't just buying third party stuff, horrible unlicensed stuff.
and that's one thing. Yeah, you gotta watch wherever you're buying stuff. You gotta watch out.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out for that.
Yes.
Like I see it a lot. I see it a lot, especially where I sell at the flea market. There is a lot of non-licensed things. It's funny. I found there's one girl on TikTok that I follow that she works for anime. What is it? It's AX Anime Expo. She works for Anime Expo, and she used to work for Good Smile Company, which is one of the best or one of the better companies known for figures. And they're so she's out in California, so she gets to see a lot of vendors for anime and stuff, and she'll point out all of the non-legit, non-licensed merch she finds. So
Yeah, but sir, I feel like you've as a vendor yourself and as a longtime anime fan, you're pretty experienced in that stuff. How about a series of videos showing what to look out for?
yeah, that's actually that's like I know we've been bouncing ideas off on Discord, and that is something that I'm looking. I'm gonna start doing, because there are figures that there are ways to see whether a figure is legit or
Mm-hmm.
and there's some very easy ways to tell it, like special figures. I know I've seen a lot of fake Pokemon cards.
Mm-hmm.
That is another. I think I'm gonna do a video about it, and so hey, just watch out, be aware, because yeah, it's things that, hey, the vendor is trying to make money. They think, I can buy it cheaper, I can sell it cheaper,
Mm-hmm.
and people will buy it, but in a way, it is kind of taking advantage of people.
Yeah.
Like I've had a couple of people actually in the last like month or so go to my booth at the flea market, and they're looking at my Pokemon cards, especially because I have what I do a lot is I open a bunch of Pokemon cards, and all the high end cards, like, I try to sell them. So last time, one of the last times I was at the flea market, somebody came up to me and like, hey, are these real?
Mm-hmm.
They asked me, are these real? Because I just went and bought some other ones, and they're fake. I'm like, yeah, they're real. Like, and we started talking about how to spot real Pokemon cards from fake Pokemon cards, and they actually had some of the fake packs that someone was selling out there. So like we compared them and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you see that. I've seen it same with figures. There's a lot of fake figures out there, and you can tell. If you know what you're looking for, you can tell. You can tell what their figure is going to be, if it's legit or not. So yeah, that is a series of. I'm gonna be doing some TikToks on that and posting them on myself.
Yeah, no, that, like, I get maybe why someone would be lean towards it, especially if you're buying for like younger kids. Like, oh, it doesn't matter if it's fake or not.
No.
But honestly, if you're gonna spend the money, spend on the license stuff.
Man, I'm not kidding you. I like walking to the flea market and looking because I've been there close to a year now. And when I first showed up, there really wasn't that much anime stuff at the flea market. Now that it's been almost a year, there's a lot more anime stuff out there. Because people see that you do well, you sell something that sells well, so more people are going to start bringing anime stuff. I walked to a booth and they had figures. Just by looking at the box, I could tell it was not a legit figure.
Yeah.
The box. One of the main things you look at when you're looking at a figure, especially a box, is you're looking for the company markings. What company made it? Is it Bandai, Banpresto, Good Smile, Kadokawa? Those are the ones that come to mind right now. You're looking for that. You're looking for. It should tell you the anime name, the series, and you're looking for the trademarks. A lot of the fake figures won't have that. This particular figure that I saw, you could take a look at the box, and the cardboard quality was horrible.
Ooh.
It was super flimsy. It was super thin. You could tell that the graphics that they printed on the box were wrong because they were all pixelated.
Damn.
So you could immediately tell. And it was probably about an 8-inch figure. Most it was a RAM figure. So I went up to the guy and asked him, "Hey, how much is that figure?" I just wanted to know because I'm looking at it. I know it's fake. I know that it shouldn't be. It can't be expensive.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you think? It was probably about the size of this Yoko that I have here.
Yep.
This is probably about a 8-inch figure.
And that.
How much do you think?
All right. A license figure for that. Lowest possibly would be 40, maybe 40 if you're lucky. RAM, I would say $60 to $80 range. License, right?
Yeah, just about. And actually, a licensed RAM figure, when they first come out, like I've got some pre-ordered some RAM and some Miku figures because those usually sell pretty well with my supplier. And once I get that case of figures, I'm gonna be able to sell those figures between $30 to $40 because they're not their statues like that one. They're not extremely detailed.
Okay, yeah.
But
How about because it depends on the poses, the detail on them. It just depends on the
so it's a static figure.
Okay, yeah, that's why starting $40. Yeah, so 30 to 40.
So the guy wanted. Guess how much at a flea market? How much do you think the guy was charging?
$50.
Exactly. He wanted $50 for that figure.
He probably spent $10 for that figure.
He probably spent $5 for that figure. I've seen that figure on
Mercari.
On AliExpress.
AliExpress.
Yeah. And depending on who he bought it from on AliExpress, between 5 to 15 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta factor in shipping as well. But I was flabbergasted. I'm like, for $50, I can go and buy a legit figure, and it's gonna look a lot nicer than what you have right there.
Yeah. So see, people, just because it's unlicensed doesn't mean it's gonna be cheaper.
No.
Sometimes they sell you unlicensed, not to pass on the savings to you, but to get a more profit. So
yeah, and that's one of
that's
the
what
points
happens
that
9 times out of 10.
Yeah, that's one of the points that the girl I follow on TikTok said. Yeah, because that was the same comment she's gotten on her videos when she's like basically exposing those vendors, and she's like, yeah, I hear from people saying, well, if it's cheaper, and she's like, no, a lot of the times these things are just as expensive or more expensive than legit figures. You might as well go buy a legit figure.
Yeah, it'd be different if they were selling it for a lot cheaper, but no, if they're around the same price, then it's no point in buying it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons. That's one of the things why I want to do those videos. Because it's kind of taking advantage of people if doing that. So I just want to I just if you're gonna go out and buy stuff, I just want to give people an idea of what they should be looking for to make sure what you're buying is going to be something legit.
Yep, exactly. Like in that, I as a parent, I can get for like I understand for like certain stuff. Like if you looking for a licensed Pokemon plushie, don't mean it. No. Like you go to Walmart, those start at $20 and go up from there. And like, sorry, but you're gonna have to spend at least that much for a licensed one. And you're like $20 for this small thing. I'm like, hey, I mean, if you buy an unlicensed one, it's gonna look funky. First of all, and two, I mean, I'm sorry, teach your kids to take care of this stuff. I mean, that's an opportunity to just teach kids to value their things, take care of it. And I understand, like, you got ratty kids, you're gonna fuck with stuff and just mess with it, mistreat it. Then at that point, I mean, buy them something different.
and even that, like, I've been looking up. Same at the flea market. There is another vendor. What they do is they sell plushies. That's all they do. And I've gone out there and bought from them. I've bought Pokemon plushies, legit Pokemon plushies for between $5 to $15. Mm-hmm. So there, you can find it as but you just gotta know what you're looking for.
Exactly.
You still can find those deals, but if you know what you're looking for, you'll know whether you're getting something legit or not.
Exactly. Like I say, if you go to retail, you're gonna spend that much, but there's probably, I mean, I worked in retail for 10 years. The markup they're probably paying, the markup on those is probably like they're making probably $10 off of each of those. The store is
if that much. Like, I can tell you, looking at figures, like I can buy a figure and maybe if it's a simple figure, I'm maybe making $7 to $10 per figure. Mm-hmm. Especially since I'm a super tiny business where I'm buying one case per figure. Yep. Like if I was buying cases upon cases of figures, I can definitely make more money because like the price I'm paying goes down.
Yep,
the more I buy.
But then it's moving all that stuff. So a giant retailer charging you that much, their profit's a good amount. But again, they sell it for that much because they know the common shopper where they don't know where else to look for. That's why you gotta shop around, because you'd be surprised how many you might be able to find a local shop that has those things on better deals. Like I know, like some of the local shops around here, even though they're chain where people come and sell their stuff to them, like sometimes they have an abundance of plushies and they'll sell them cheap or abundance of anything.
Yeah.
But you just gotta shop around. You can get licensed. You don't have to spend too much for licensed stuff. Like you said, if you shop around properly. But if you mean, I don't know, just be careful what you buy. Like it's not always easy to know if you're buying unlicensed stuff or not, but there are ways to figure that out.
And one thing, as fans, you want to support the actual creators, the actual thing. Like, if you're buying licensed, then
you're supporting the thing you love.
You're supporting that.
If you're buying unlicensed, you're only supporting I don't know, like
the vendor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I understand why people do it, especially as a vendor, especially at like a flea market. I understand why they're doing it because that's probably the only place where they can get stuff from somewhere where they can find it cheap, and everyone's trying to make, but I just want to inform people, what to look for whenever you're out there buying stuff. Because sadly, sometimes you find that at cons too.
Mm-hmm.
So, the bigger cons, it's a lot hard. It's probably you find a lot less.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go to a smaller con, it's a little bit. It feels like it's not enforced as much as with the bigger cons, because they have more money. They're able to have people out there looking at the products.
Yeah.
Because that was one of my first experiences. My first ever con.
Mm-hmm.
I went. This was Anime Austin. That was my first con. It was a tiny con. It was at a what's that? What's that? The hotel? I forgot what the hotel was, but there was probably maybe 20 vendors in there, and it was a small con. And one of the things you sign your contract to go to a con. There's a clause right there. You're not gonna sell any bootleg. You're not gonna sell anything that's not licensed.
Mm-hmm.
We got the experience of seeing a vendor that was in front of us. They had their booth in front of us. When they came by because the dealer room organizer, when you were setting up, or when you're finishing setting up, they would actually come by. They would come by and look at your product, look at your layout. They actually had that vendor that was in front of us. He had a bunch of plushies, and they weren't licensed. They had them take them down and told them, "You are not gonna sell these here." And they told them, I think they told them, if we see that you put them back up, you're gonna be gone.
Mm-hmm.
He took all those down. My guess is that was a lot of his product, because that was Thursday night when we were setting up. He was there Friday. By Saturday midday, he was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm guessing a lot of his, either he put some product back up, or a lot of his product was that. And, it didn't make sense for him to stay there if he didn't have anything to sell.
Yep. Yeah, no, and like years ago, like a decade ago, this anime merch wasn't very common. It wasn't. So that's what I remember growing up and going to different flea markets, and the only Dragon Ball Z stuff and Pokemon stuff was crappy bootleg stuff, and I was like, "Hey, it's a Goku figure." Like, why does he look like that? What?
Yeah, and that's what you're gonna see a lot with those bootleg figures. The painting on those, the plastic, it's not done right.
Yeah, and it was just the only way you could get anything like that. Yeah. That was the only way, but times have changed. Anime's a lot more popular. It's mainstream now. Yeah. And thanks to that, it's easier to get that stuff. So the old days of that's running out. No, it's getting better. Like
it's a lot easier to find. Like,
excuse me.
But 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when were you gonna go to Target and see that they have a Target exclusive Gundam? I don't know if you've seen it.
I have not. What the heck? Really?
Target has a red Gundam. Because it's red, it's a Target exclusive Gundam.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Target red color Gundam. And like you go to the collection section. Target didn't used to have a collection section.
No.
Like when we were in high school, when you guys were in high school, when I basically in community college, like Target didn't have that stuff.
No.
The only time we would see anime things is when we went to a con. And back then, the only anime store here in DFW was Anime Pop. Mm-hmm. If you wanted anything anime, you had to drive to Anime Pop.
Yep.
Now there's little shops here and there.
which
but for the longest,
hopefully you'll be part of those soon.
That's the goal. That is the goal.
And you'll put in a good word with the landowner, and I'll be able to sell barbecue in the parking lot. It'll be perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So that was our experience with A-Kon. Then we went a little off tangent about merchandise and fake stuff and all of that. But yeah, we'll wrap up the episode here. Man, I feel it's been a while since we've done one of these. It feels like forever.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks. That's why.
That's it. Really?
It's been 3 weeks.
Because we didn't record last week, right?
Because we didn't record last week.
So yeah. Oh shit.
If we didn't record today, it was gonna be a full month between our last episode.
Hashtag consistency. So yeah. So we'll still record next week. Next week we'll probably talk about Miss Marvel. It's out.
Have you watched the episode yet?
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
While I was sitting here waiting on you, I was like, maybe I should watch it. But no, we gotta watch. We got stuff to watch. Yeah. We got stuff to talk about next time. We'll have watched Miss Marvel probably. When the episodes come out? Thursdays or Wednesdays?
I think it's Wednesdays. Or it might be Thursday because Wednesday doesn't. I think Obi-Wan's coming out Wednesdays. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. We'll figure. We'll talk either about the first episode or the first two.
Yeah.
But yeah, damn, yeah, it does feel like forever. I'm like, how do I do these outros? Make sure to follow us on all our socials. Links are in the description. Follow that link tree. You'll have all our socials and other channels. Like and follow all of them. It helps out so much. Share with your friends. Tell them about this podcast. Word of mouth is the best way to help us grow. And grow is what we want to do. If you were at AKon, let us know how it went. If you were at our panel, make sure to mention that when you go visit Anaki's Otaku no Sekai, and you'll get a special. What
are you trying to give away now? What should I give away?
I'll leave it up to you. You'll get a special sale price. Special discount. That's the word I was looking for. But yeah, make sure to follow all those socials. It helps us out so much. Share away. Tell people about us. All my stuff's in the description. I got nothing else. Got barbecue. Eventually I'll push. Working on that. We'll be recording next week. This episode, probably I'll release it as soon as possible. I'll release it before next week. I might go ahead and just release it Monday. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I might go ahead and release it Monday. If not, maybe by Friday. We'll see. Aniki, what you got?
No, same thing. Like, hey, if you guys are in the Seagoville area, go visit us. We're there Sundays. There's we got a bunch of I was gonna say Pokemon. I do have some Pokemon plushies. I've got a bunch of pops, figures, wall scrolls. Come take a look, and I did record. I ended up finding out, like I told you, I ended up finding a bunch of Evolving Skies, and I recorded some videos. Those are coming out hopefully this week.
Oh,
and
nice.
And I also ended up finding some Cosmic Eclipse. So we'll see. Like, I ended up getting a good hit off of one of those. So
okay.
That'll be coming up on some videos.
Make sure to check out my TikTok. It's Sugoi Kuma. I don't think it's in the description. You can find it from my Instagram though. Other thing I bought at A-Kon. Got some Japanese packs. Blue Stream Sky, I believe is what this set's called, something like that. Blue Stream, and these are the battle styles. We'll see.
What's that game? Cyrex likes or that game show? Actually, sir, those are not Japanese. Those are Korean.
Korean. Sorry. These Korean packs.
Yeah, those are Korean packs.
We'll see how it goes. Any hits on those? I just bought these at HEB, so we'll see how those go. And I still have Astral Radiance booster box to open. Eventually. And an ETB.
No, nice.
Gotta open that eventually, and hopefully on the TikTok soon. You know, hashtag consistency. We'll see. But yeah, once again,
and I got. Go ahead.
As always. Well, I was gonna end it off. What were you gonna say?
No. I was gonna say
our
like
10-minute outros.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say like same. I've got a bunch of drafts already saved up on TikTok. So as soon as I'll be releasing as soon as I edit them.
As always, if you are a return listener / viewer, I love you. We love you. We appreciate you and all your support. If it's your first time listening or watching us, we love you as well, just not as much. Make sure to share this and come back for the next episode, and then we'll love you just as much. If you want your dad's love, support the show. This is your internet dad signing off. All right, it's getting a little weird. All right, till next time, y'all. We're the GrumpyBeards. See you at the next convention. Bye. Where that?
Goodbye.